All right, welcome back everybody to episode 17 of the Elden Ring All Bosses walkthrough. This episode is going to be about Mt Gelmir. So we're at the Seathwater River site of grace here. However, we're actually going to be teleporting away from here because way back in our Rhea Lucaria episode, we got abducted by the Abductor Virgin at the very bottom. That took us to, let's see where it is, the Subterranean Inquisition Chamber. So, we're going to go back there now and complete that mini dungeon, that little cave. By dropping down straight over here. Let's make our way past these slugs onto these fallen pillars. And falling down the hole will lead us to the fog gate. And this boss is a Abductor Virgin duo fight. So there's a wheel version and a swinging sickle version. Now at this point we are fairly leveled up. So we're doing some pretty good damage to these guys. If we had tried to fight them at the point of when we actually got abducted, it would probably be much more difficult. We'd be having a harder time. Grab! Woo! But now you can see we're doing big damage numbers. So this should be a piece of cake. We get the Inquisitor's Grandol? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Then we can touch this site of grace right here. And as we exit out this cave, you'll see that it takes us right to where we just were. There is the Seathwater Terminus site of grace. So that's why I was like, let's do that first. And that is one of the multiple ways that you can reach Altus Plateau for the first time, so you may have done this forever ago, but if not, we're just cleaning up here. Yeah, so one boss down already. Let's continue on into Mt Gelmir itself. Alright. You want to watch out for these little, I don't know what you want to call them, geysers, volcanic geysers, I guess. They will damage you. Grab this golden seed right here. Alright, then there is a tunnel right up there that we're able to access with a stone sword key. Watch out for all these basilisks. Oh, it's 2 to open this one. Get away. Alright, so this is the Seathwater Cave. We'll touch the site of grace. Alright. Alright, this is one of the caves that I don't have any distinct memory of. Couldn't tell you what exactly is going on in here. At least not yet. Oh, this is one of the poison caves. Okay. Alright, so we'll try to get some dry land. There's going to be a bunch of slugs along the ceiling. Oop! Well, not slugs, but these little slime guys, so be careful as you're walking about. Don't let them fall on you. And as is usually the case with these poison caves, there are a bunch of mushroom boys. And make our way over here. Take out these rats. More mushroom boys over here. We're gonna get poisoned, that's okay. Okay, and then before we drop down there, we're able to get up top over here. Not there. I'm trying to remember how to... Oh, no, it's past here. Oh, hello. You guys are actually blocking the way. Or maybe not. Hello? Alright, well, like I said at the beginning, I don't really have any distinct memory of this cave. I do know there's a way of getting up there. Weird. Okay. Oh well. Nothing back here, right? Nope. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm not really sure how to get up there. Oh, maybe it's through here? And then it backtracks? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Nope. There's a Miranda flower in here. And the mushroom set. Woo woo. So if you want to be a mushroom boy, there you go. Dreams achieved. Alright, now we can make our way to the boss. Let's see if we can avoid getting poisoned. Nice. Alright, drop down the hole carefully. Watch for the rats. Alright, and here we go. Couldn't tell you who this boss is, so I guess we'll see. Ah. Kindred of Rot duo. Should be very, very easy considering the level that we're at. Which is good because I hate fighting Kindred of Rot. There we go. We get the Kindred of Rot's exaltation as a reward. And then we'll just make our way back out and continue onward. Alright. Now we're going to be doing a bunch of just running in this little terminus area. So there's not a lot to do. It's mainly just empty areas with some enemies, including some Demi-Humans that we're going to come across here soon. There's also a rune bear. We're definitely going to be running past that. Oh, that's in the second part of the terminus. Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and touch this side of Grace real quick. And this fort is a mini fort. Doesn't really have much in it, but we'll go ahead and explore it real quick. You'll also have some enemies fighting each other over in this area. And in this fort is going to be our first fire prelate that we'll find in the game. You see, yep, enemies fighting there. These guys are a lot scarier looking than they actually are to fight. Dude looks like Smo. And that hammer is very, very cool. You just gotta watch out for the explosions and the fire that rains down. Obviously the hammer does lots of damage, but if you can avoid all of that, you're pretty much good to go. Ouch. He even does the Smo butt slam. Dude is a total wannabe. Alright, our reward is his hammer. Ooh, we got part of his armor set. Sick. The hammer is a guaranteed drop, but the armor piece is not, so that was good. Alright, new cookbook. That one unlocks Giant's Flame Fire Pot. You'll see this dialogue right here. I don't really know what this is about. This guy's like, you can't find me. Blah, blah, blah. Well, he's actually very easy to find just right over here. It's this phantom. We'll pick up the Fire Scorpion Charm. Yeah, don't really know what that's about, but whatever. Alright. Oh, can't summon Torrent. It's alright, we can just drop down here. Oh, never mind, we can't drop down there. That's death. Don't do that. I thought for sure that was short enough. I'll never get used to Elden Ring fall damage. That is for sure. Alright, we've got our runes back. Now let's safely exit the fort. The Fire Prelate respawns, and he's aggroed right now. Oh, okay, there we go. We're just going to go back to the Terminus side of Grace and then continue on. Alright, now as we pass all these enemies, up here is going to be this basically lake of lava, and in it is a Magma Wyrm. So the third boss of this playthrough, of this episode, just right up here. See it jump out. Hello. I love the hitbox of that attack. It's just my favorite thing in the world. It's totally fair. It's not bullcrap whatsoever. And slam. A couple hits in before the riposte. Nice, there's the bleed proc. Gotta wait, because he's invulnerable for that entire time for some reason. Alright, this is a version that will light its sword on fire, so we want to be careful. And because it's on its two hind legs now, it's going to be a little bit harder to get to his head. And that killed us. Holy crap. Are you kidding me? We were like 70% HP and that killed us. One shot. Man, this is not going great. Well, let's try that again, I guess. Okay, I'm pushing the button to get off Torrent, and he won't let me get off. Ugh. Do your bullcrap moves, dude. Now get back over here. And swipe. Cool, I walked right into that. Nice. Couple hits in. Should be getting a bleed proc here pretty soon. There we go. Just keep going to town. Watch the swipe. Ooh, nice. Nice, another stagger, get some hits in. Oh, and we're stuck. Guess we're just attacking him here. Boom. Eat it. Freaking magma worms. Alright, unlike with like poison swamps and stuff, Torrent is not invulnerable to lava damage. However, it's still a lot easier to get on him as opposed to doing it yourself. Now, as we come over here, we're going to find our good friend Alexander just chilling in the lava. And we can talk to him from here at a safe distance.
Ah, good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame, considering that fleshly form of yours. Your timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T.
Boom! Jar.
It's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars.
So, there you go. Alexander's telling us, oh, he's going to be heading east to the mountaintops to temper himself further. And that jar that he just gave us actually has some use if you were to wear it. It boosts all of your, like, throwing pot items. So, yeah, kind of cool. Alright, moving onward. Now, here are the Demi-Humans that I was mentioning earlier. And the rune bearer is just up ahead as well. Got some runes here you can pick up if you so desire. We're kind of good on runes though right now. You'll see another statue item right here that is for the rune bearer to break. He's going to drop down from right up there where that item is as we get close here. Ooh. We'll grab the item real quick. Oh, just gravel stone. That wasn't worth it. Alright, been continuing on. We'll get to our next site of grace real quick. Right up here around this shack. Alright, and then we'll spend these runes real quick before we continue onward. We're now at level 100. Let's go. It's funny how in other Souls games, once you reach 100, you're like, oh, we're right at the end of the game pretty much. But we've still got so much left to do in Elden Ring. Alright, Abductor version up here. This one's headless, and it's more obnoxious to fight than a normal one. So I tend to just kind of run by it. Alright, in this hermit village, there's a bunch of demi-humans that I tend to like to take care of before moving on, because there is a boss just right up ahead, which is a demi-human queen. And taking these guys out first makes the boss less obnoxious, although that demi-human queen is still surrounded by a few glintstone sorcerers that also make the fight a little annoying, so Just try to take out as many enemies as you can beforehand, and it will help out. Okay, this Your Beautiful item, that's an important thing to pick up for Box questline, just letting you know. So you want to make sure to pick that up before you go to Landell if possible. And I'll show you what exactly that item is used for. Ouch. Oh my word. Now you're probably wondering why there's glintstone sorcerers here of all places. And the reason is we're about to meet one of the primeval sorcerers, Lucette, just up ahead. Alright, so here's the Demi-Human Queen. Again, she's surrounded by some of these glintstone sorcerers. We're going to want to take them out first, as they can make the fight be really annoying. See, already, like, we haven't even gone to the queen, and they're already being just so obnoxious. Right, one more. Perfect. Ooh, a friendly fire. You're killing your own people. What are you doing? Ouch. Perfect. Looks like we're going to keep her from going to phase 2. And there we go. And then right past here is the Site of Grace and Lucette himself. Or sorry, not Lucette. This is Azure. So talking to him, he doesn't actually say anything, but he's going to give us Azure's Comet. Oh, Comet Azure, sorry. When the game first came out, this thing was busted. It's still a fairly like good spell for the most part, but man, it was insane back in the day. Okay, and now that we've gotten that spell, we're actually going to take a detour before we continue on with the rest of Mt Gelmir, and go see Sellen, who we haven't talked to for a very long time at this point, and she's back at the Waypoint Ruins Cellar. And now that we have Azure's spell, a new dialogue prompt will be available with her.
There you are. Shall we commence? What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice.
Okay, then we're going to say, tell me your story.
If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together.
Alright, and then we're going to say, yeah, sure, let us journey together.
Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher.
Alright, then I have a favor to ask.
I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lucette is another founding glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azure, he was banished from the Academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lucette? With this glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him. I need him to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now. After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Sellia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the glintstone key I gave you from a Sellian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
Okay, there we go. Now we're going to go reload the area real quick. And this next dialogue that we're about to get is not available until after you beat Radahn. So if for whatever reason you still haven't killed Radahn up to this point, then
I have a favor to ask.
just be aware this won't be a thing.
The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Okay, so she's asking us to go find her actual body, which is at the Witchbane Ruins, just over here in the Weeping Peninsula. You'll see that we've already been there before to see her true form, but now that we've progressed the quest line enough, we can actually talk to her down there. This guy has a tendency to follow us down, so we're just gonna kill it real quick.
My apprentice, thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll upon us all. There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you, myself.
Get out of here. Alright, and then we're going to say, accept the primal glintstone.
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
Alrighty. Real quick, I keep forgetting I want to raise like the dialogue volume. I keep forgetting. Okay, we're going to go back to the church real quick to reload the area. Because then when we go back, someone else is going to be in there. Now, if you remember, after killing Radahn, we went and talked to Jaren, who is the dude in like the jester's clothes, the big beard, who gave the speech before the fight. He told us that he had something that he needed to do that he's been putting off for a long time. Well, that thing is killing Sellen. So we'll see that he's here now.
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Sellen, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you.
She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. the most dangerous mage in the entire history of Rhea Lucaria's academy. It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Sellen lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me. I suspect I'm sure a sick.
Okay, so that's all we have to do here. And then to find Sellen's actual body, we're going to go back up to the Royal Moongazing Grounds. And in the Carrier Manor episode, we found Celavis's secret chamber, where he had a bunch of like his puppets laying around. Sellen's actual body is in that chamber. And now with her glintstone in hand, we'll be able to put it in that body and basically like revive her. Now it's not really readily apparent where she is. There is an illusory wall right here, and there she is.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the academy to expel the Carian royal family and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice, I owe this all to you. Finally, I to expel the Carian royal family.
Right, that's all we need to do here. So now she's saying that she's going to be able to go back to the academy. If we go back to Renala's boss room, and we just step right outside in front of it, we'll find that there are 2 summon signs. Alright, so red one and a gold one. You have the option to pick who you want to help here. The red one would be to help Jaren kill Sellen, and the gold one is the other way around. You can pick whichever way you want to go. If you want to see the end of Sellen's questline, though, you want to help her, so that's what we're going to do, is assist Sellen.
Jaren, bringer of my death, you have my gratitude for freeing me from my shackles. But I'm afraid your work is done. Join the school to reflect on your mistake.
Boom, light work. I always feel bad killing Jaren, but you know, you have to make a choice. I've never actually seen the other way around. I've never helped Jaren before. Maybe one of these playthroughs I should do that. We are rewarded with his armor set as a reward, though, so that's at least cool. Now, temporarily, Sellen is going to take Renala's place here. We're going to talk to her.
My apprentice, you've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is no more. With the body of Master Azure returned, the Academy can restore the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, might beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us, here at the Academy? Oh, I know it's not possible. You have your own calling, to be the next Elden Lord. But do think of me, of your teacher, on the eve of your crowning. You will always be my darling pupil. Rest assured that no, the entire Academy will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become Elden Lord. Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but here is a symbol of my allegiance and the Academy's. Do you recall what once I told you? That glintstone is the amber of the cosmos, and sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein. When you become Elden Lord, please illuminate me. Lay bare the secrets of life which course the Elden Ring. Next time, I will be your student. Oh, one last thing. If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit. Oh, don't fret. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here. It warms my heart that you still think of me. Yet I still yearn for you to find Master Lusat. His body is needed at the Academy to hone the primeval current.
Alright, there we go. Now, Lusat's actual location is over here in Dragon Barrow. It's pretty close to Fort Feroth. And it's like right below where what's her face? Grail is the great dragon. You know what? I guess technically it's part of Caelid. And we never did that, did we? Alright, well, since we're just going to finish Sellen's questline entirely here. So we're going to go over there. And I'll show you exactly where that cave is. Now, if you look up here, there is a battle mage, kind of giving you an indication that you're close to where Lusat is. And there's an illusory wall. I remember where exactly. I always get tripped up right there. That leads you into the cave that contains Lusat. This is the Celia hideaway. Yeah, remembering now that I didn't want to do this because it was a part of Sellen's quest. Although I guess we could have cleared the cave out and then came back to finish up the quest, but whatever. We're here now. Alright, oh yeah, we're definitely over-leveled for this area. That is for sure. We should have done this a long time ago. Alright. Alright, there's an illusory wall right behind these crystals. Another one here. And you can hear a revenant right down there. Our absolute favorite enemy of the game. So you want to be careful to not fall down into there. We're going to end up still fighting it, but we're going to kind of take our time first. You don't need to fight it by any means, but there are some items down there. Alright. Nothing else to do here. We'll jump over. Then across. No. Jump over here. Down that way is the boss of this cave. We're going to come across this crystal first. And drop down. Over there is the Revenant. Before we go that way, over here is where Lucette is. There is a sorcerer protecting the entryway. And now that we have the key in our hand, we're able to dispel the seal. And here's Lucette. Gives us the Stars of Ruin spell. That's all we need to do here. Now we'll go fight this Revenant real quick. Alright, watch the spawn behind. It will spew poison at us. Luckily we're very leveled right now, so that's a piece of cake. And then to get back up to where we were, you just want to jump up through here. Somber 4, yeah, wow. We are very late coming here. We should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Alright, then we can make our way to the boss. Ow. Watch out for snails falling from the ceiling. Okay, so the triple Putrid Crystalian. So these are normal Crystalians as far as movesets go. However, some of their attacks do rot damage. So that's the big difference. Thus the Putrid name. Surprisingly, it was not a lot of damage. Oh, sweet, we're rotted. We were not being very careful. Will you heck off, dude? Come on, man. It's interesting, we were doing so much damage to like everything outside of these guys, and now it feels like we're doing nothing. Ouch. If you're wondering why they're just like standing around a bunch, they had to patch these bosses because at launch they were just like constantly aggroed towards you. Like they would not stop attacking, and it was just kind of an awful time. Alright, Crystal Torrent spell for reward. Now that we've got Lucette's spell, we can head back to Raya Lucaria.
What is it, my apprentice? Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lucette. Oh, this is wonderful news. Now his body will be brought home. And when the bodies of Masters Azure and Lucette are together, the Academy can hone the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, will beam once again. I am most grateful. There are no others who would have done this. What a joy to have you as an apprentice. And, kindred spirit, this is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it.
Bruh, we have like a billion Starlight Shards. Alright, well, this is where things go wrong. Sellen is so hopeful and grateful to us for everything that she's done up to this point and everything that we've helped her out with. But unfortunately, this is a From Software game, so no happy ending. If we reload the area, we'll see that Renala is back. And over there, you'll find this giant ball, similar to a lot of the enemies that we've seen before. If we hit talk, and we can still buy sorceries from her, but unfortunately Sellen has been reduced to this mass of, I don't even know what you want to call it. So her studying took her too far and unfortunately has backfired. And yeah, we were able to get her crown, but no happy ending for Sellen. Feels bad, man. You are able to go to both where Lusat and Azur were to get their armor sets now that we've completed Sellen's questline. I'm not going to take the time to go get Lusat's because I don't really care that much. But we'll go back to, man, we really need the, there we go, Primeval Sorcerer Azur, Side of Grace. And we can get his armor set, obviously, since he's just right here where we were. Alright, but with Sellen's questline out of the way, we are now ready to continue forward. Alright. Coming over here, we've now made it to another hero's grave. This is the Gelmir hero's grave, I want to say is what it's called. This one is notorious. This is the first hero's grave that I actually ever found. And man, it destroyed me on my first playthrough. I was not having a good time. And I really just kind of hated this place for the longest time. Now, obviously, over time, it's whatever. It's just another hero's grave to me. But, yeah. Alright, you'll get the prompt that the beast side quivers. So it means there's some death root present here. Oh, speaking of death root, we have not gone back to see Gronk for a bit. So maybe we'll go do that after we complete this hero's grave. Alright, unsurprisingly, there are chariots in this area, but because it's in Mt Gelmir, there's also a bunch of lava. Alright, so wait for it to go up, run down. I want to jump across into this alcove. Dude was staring at us like we were going to help him. I just want to be patient with this one. There is not a lot of room for error here. Alright, then you'll see that down there the roadway ends and it's just lava past it. So we're going to go in that little alcove with the glovewort that we can grab. Jump over, grab that. And then I'm going to save it real quick because I need to go take care of something. Okay, moving on. Bunch of these guys in here as well as a page. In fact, there's a couple of pages in here. Oh, yeah, there's the other one. Alright, making our way up here. Oh, 3 pages, man. Alright, avoid the fire. We can hit this mechanism to move it down so we don't have to worry about it. Alright, ambush is going to come from somewhere. Just know it. There we go. And this is just full of pages. It's like a book. I should give up right now. Okay. Watch for the chariot here. Now this one is an unmanned chariot, which you'll notice there's, you know, no like tree sentinel statue driving it. Probably wondering like, okay, what's up with that? Uh-oh. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Don't die, don't die, don't die. I forget that one does that. And I'll show you why it's that way in just a minute. Alright, now as it passes us again, we're going to drop down. Uh-oh, nope, I didn't want to do that. Drop down too early. That was dumb. Okay, we're not going to do that again. I want to drop down, but right here. Now we can come through this part. There's going to be some kind of major enemy back here. Can't remember. Ah, Bloodhound Knight. Hey, nice sword you got there, dude. Get the Gelmir Knight set and the Bloodhound Knight set back to back. Very cool. Oops. Now we're going to climb this ladder. And now we're going to discover why this chariot doesn't have a knight on it. I'm going to wait for it to come back up. You'll see there's just lava down there. So you could go through it, but you'll take damage, and it takes a very long time. Instead, you drop down onto the chariot yourself and ride it down. I was dumb and did not do that on my first playthrough. And tried to get down here all on my own, and I was like, this isn't working. So yeah, it took me a minute to realize that that was what you were supposed to do. Alright, then we've made it to the boss door. Top off real quick. I can't remember who the boss of this Hero's Grave is... We got a beast. We got it's Deathroot that we're gonna be getting. Yeah, I still can't figure out who it would be that drops Deathroot. Ah, Red Wolf of the Champion. That's right. So he doesn't actually drop Deathroot, but the chest behind him contains one. Boom. Now this fight is just like the Red Wolf of Radagon, to a T. Ouch. Ouch. Boom. Nice and easy. Get the Bloodhound Knight Flow. Spirit Ash as a reward. And of course, the Deathroot. Alright, so now that I've realized we haven't gone to Gronk in a while, we're actually going to take a second to go visit him now that we have some more Deathroot. Oh yeah, we have 4. Holy cow. He's going to have some new dialogue now that we've given him enough Deathroot. Alright, couple of rewards for that. Now, as you rest at the site of grace, be forewarned, Gronk is now going to be hostile towards you. So we're going to rest, jump back up, and we're going to fight him. He is no joke right now because he is a part of Dragon Barrow, so he is highly leveled. So you want to be careful during this, but you don't have to kill him. You just have to do enough damage to him for him to scream in agony like that. And you talk to him. Alright. Rest at the site of grace again. Let's go ahead and level up since we've got plenty of runes. And now he is reset back to his old spot.
I shall grant thee my claws. Feed me more. I shall feed.
And there we go. Okay. Back we go. We're going to go back to Lusat's, Azur's site of grace. Alright. Back over this we go. Oh no, wolves, whatever will I do? Alright, now we're going to have a fun little NPC interaction here. If you look over here, there's going to be a bunch of these colorful stones. And what's going to happen as you approach... let's see... Where exactly is it? Yes, just keep following these stones to this one. You're going to get a cutscene. If you've ever played a Dark Souls game before, you know exactly what's about to happen.
Well, if you really are that gullible.
Then stay away from the volcano manor. Bye now. Take care.
Nothing like Patches just tricking us and kicking us down a ledge. Classic. Alright, let's take out these basilisks real quick. So this is right outside the Seathwater Cave, by the way, if you're wondering where you are. We'll teleport back up to Azure again. Alright, now we're going to come past over here. There's going to be a side of grace over here that we can grab. Some runes here if you need them. And then grab this item, Somber 6. We don't care, we need an 8. Alright, and then we'll make our way over there to that Shattered Peak looking place. So back past all these enemies. Past the pumpkin head. There are some items up in that tower if you want to go get them. Alright, now if you look up there, you'll see a crafted scion up by that banner up there. It's going to drop down as we come over to this part. Easy. Now we can start going up this ladder. Alright. Now you are able to come over here to the side. The Trina's Lily here you can grab. Oh my gosh, dude. Leave me alone. I hate marionettes. Look at that. Look at that. It's ridiculous. Alright, and then you have a couple of options here. There's two different ladders you can take. This one just up the rocks at this point. We're going to come over here to the left first. Because at the top of this one is a merchant.
Welcome, dear customer. Well, are you, please? I'm hungry.
Alright, Stone Sword Key, thank you. Cookbook. And a whole lot of nothing else. Alright, now I can climb up this final ladder. I don't know how those enemies down there are still aggroed. Wait, they can't even see me. very, very long ladder. Holy cow. Alright, then up here we have a couple different options of where to go. We can head to the west, which is where we want to go eventually. But for now, we're going to actually go the opposite way over here to the north. Past these Demi-Humans. And we've got an entrance to a cave. Alright. Grab the moss. The boss of this cave is a Demi-Human queen, so unsurprisingly there will be a bunch of Demi-Humans in here. Hello. Man, even one shot in the big boys. No way, an arterial leaf. I seriously, like, I don't know why those things are purple items. Like, does anyone ever use those for anything? Genuinely asking. Okay. Make sure we've got everything else in here. I believe over here is just the normal path you can take if you don't want to drop down to where we were. Yep, sure enough. Alright, let's go take on the Demi-Human Queen. Ouch. Nice and easy. Let's teleport back to the entrance. And now make our way to the other side. Alright, so across this bridge is another site of grace. You'll see a spirit spring and a ladder. Why you would ever go up the ladder is beyond me. But we'll jump up here. Now, up to this point, we have fought 2 Fallingstar beasts. At the top of this is a full-grown version, which is obviously much harder than the normal versions. My first playthrough, I didn't come back to fight this guy for the longest time because he was absolutely kicking my trash. So, if you need to come back for this one, by all means, go for it. Ouch, that was dumb. Cool. I love being on the ground for 10 seconds. Even at the level we're at, we're not doing, like, crazy damage. So, this guy's definitely tough. Boom, boom. Super cool looking boss, though. I mean, come on. That design is awesome. Oh, that was going to be a stagger too. There we go. Alright, phase 2 time. This is where it gets serious. Get out of there. Oh, nope, still not far enough. So this is exactly like Astel's gravity attack. Come on, move. It's so annoying that you're just on the ground for so long. There's nothing more frustrating to me in these games than being knocked down like that. Pretty sure the lore behind these guys is that Astel is the fully evolved, grown version of these Fallingstar beasts. So they have like, they're kind of like Pokemon, they have like different evolution stages essentially. So that's why they share like similar attacks. You know, Astel came down from the meteors in the sky that Radon was holding back. And these guys are obviously at the aftermaths of craters. I mean, their names are Fallingstar beasts, so obviously they came from the sky. Yeah, kind of cool. Alright, triple charge. Uh-oh. Man, that is still in the radius? You have to go so far to get out of there. And now we're on the ground for forever, because that's fun. Oh. And there we go. Full-grown beast down. Number 6 and the Fallingstar Beast Jaw, which is actually a very good weapon, believe it or not. Alright, and then we can make our way over here to the west. Drop down here. Alright, and now at this point we have made it to Volcano Manor. We're not going to go in there quite yet. Well, technically we already have the Site of Grace in there from when Raya teleported us. If you didn't do her questline at all, then, you know, feel free to just go past there. There is that troll there blocking the way, but yeah, that's how you get there on a normal way of doing things. But again, if you helped Raya out and you met her at the beginning of the Altus Plateau, then she teleported you over here already. Alright, golden seed. Now down here we will finally be able to grab the map for Mt Gelmir. I don't understand why it's so late in the area. It feels like it doesn't really help all that much at this point. There's also a bunch of finger creeper enemies here, as you can see, including a couple of big ones, so be on the lookout. Ouch. A Site of Grace here we can grab. Yeah, over there was the map. Again, kind of dumb that it's this late, but whatever. Alright, and then just a couple things left to do for this episode for Mt Gelmir. As you come across this way, oh, he already spawned. That's weird. So you see that giant worm face over there. Normally, like, he's disguised as just like your typical noble or whatever, and then he transforms into that. For some reason, he's already transformed. Not sure what that's about. We're gonna go right past him because I don't like fighting worm faces. And as we approach this minor Erd tree, which is obviously kind of dead at this point, are you seriously following us this whole way, dude? Go back. Yeah, there you go. An ulcerated tree spirit is going to appear. I'll go ahead and take the time to take him down. And dodge. Breathe your fire. was hoping we could get it to stagger before phase 2 started. Scream, jump, roll, fire breath. There's the stagger. And the bleed proc, beautiful. Oh, it didn't get the riposte for some reason. There we go. We should get a golden seed for our reward. No, wait, crystal tears is what we get. Yeah, there we go. Alright. One last thing to do is come on over here to this bridge. So you're able to access this lower part of the bridge from earlier in Altus Plateau. However, there's an invasion in over here that we didn't do, because this is technically part of Mt Gelmir, so I wanted to keep it for this episode. See that torrent just disappeared, because the invasion's going to spawn right in this shack. Anastasia. Oof. A little too easy. And then, yeah, over there are a bunch of Abductor virgins, so if you feel so inclined to go fight them for whatever reason, go for it. But this just leads to the Bridge of Iniquity side of grace that we were at before. All right, but I believe that is it for Mt Gelmir. We are going to go talk to Patches real quick about him kicking us down, because he's here in Volcano Manor. Oh, wait a minute. Why is he not here? We might have to talk to What's-Her-Face first. Okay, well, we'll do that later. All right, yeah, so that's it for the Mt Gelmir episode. We're not going to actually do Volcano Manor next episode. We're instead going to go to Lanedale and complete that area first. I've decided, because there's some things we want to do there first before going through Volcano Manor itself. So, but Volcano Manor should be the next episode, maybe 2 episodes later after that. And we'll clear out all of this, including another Shard Bearer. So, some exciting stuff coming up in this playthrough. But yeah, so if you found yourself watching this video, appreciate you stopping by. Please like and subscribe as always, helps a ton. But that is it for now. I will see you next time.